Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Sagittarius April 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Now, anyway, first thing up is as far as April goes, the Sun will be in Aries from the 1st until the 20th. So the 5th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. There could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on love, romance, children, gambling, speculation, even sports, hobbies, creative endeavors, fun, amusement, and enjoyment. Now, given that this is, you're talking about Aries energy, this of course could be done with a lot of aggressive energy, a lot of assertiveness, very forceful manner, a lot of courage and fortitude. But remember that Aries energy can also be very impetuous, impulsive, and impatient. Just if you're doing something connected with gambling or something of a speculative nature, or you're trying to invest something, just make sure that you look before you leap, so to speak, because Aries energy again could be very aggressive energy. It's very impetuous, very impulsive, and impatient energy. Now, in some cases, if you're unattached Sagittarius, this could shine the light, so to speak, on perhaps an Aries love interest or romantic interest. Could be an Aries Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Aries-like characteristics. Remember, Aries energy could be very confrontational, combative too, and in a lot of it's very courageous. So it could be a time where you could be focusing perhaps on confronting. It could be children, it could be lovers, or it could even be being more confrontational, standing up for those people when you feel it need be. So standing up for them on their behalf. So anyway, well, next thing up is as far as April goes, the Sun will be in Taurus from the 20th until the 30th. So the 6th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on health, work, employment, service rendered, an aunt and uncle, perhaps even daily routine, hygiene, and even and could even be worry, and in some cases 6th house is connected with worry because the 6th house is the house of Virgo. Now, given that this is Taurus energy, now this could be done with a lot of persistence, patience, and perseverance, with a lot of plotting energy, being very ponderous, thinking things over thoroughly before doing them. It could be done in a very methodical and deliberate manner as well, with a lot of stolidness. But also, what's good about this Taurus energy, Taurus is about really about good powers of concentration. So it's a good chance you could really put a lot of as far as really concentrating on something. The Sun is connected with our focus and attention. Taurus energy is associated with good powers of concentration. So you could likely do these things, 6th house related matters, without really too many diversions or distractions, unless you have some contraindicators, or a lot of this is dependent, predicated on aspects. An adverse aspect to your natal natal Neptune could cause a little bit of some kind of distraction. Maybe you might be a little bit more distracted or diverted to perhaps to some degree in these matters. But anyway, it could be too a lot of this energy. I mean, looking at this as well, this could shine the light, so to speak, on a Taurus health-related issue. It could be something connected with the neck or the throat. And remember, the Sun too is about the left or the right eye, depending on gender. So this could be about a stubborn or persistent eye issue. It could be, and again, a lot of this could be dependent, predicated on aspects. This makes it, when this makes it, say, an inconjunct to your actual ascendant, it could increase the propensity for this, or even an adverse aspect to your natal, to your own perhaps natal Sun, because that could be health related as well. The Sun is connected with our vitality. So, and say this is making an adverse aspect to your natal Uranus, This could be cause a stubborn, intermittent type issue or some kind of twitching going on that could be very stubborn and persistent, because I mean twitching can be somewhat erratic and sporadic, but still Taurus energy is stubborn. You could still have something that is very stubborn but yet erratic at the same time, an erratic issue that just won't go away. So as an example, anyway, next thing up, there will be a new moon in Aries on April 5th. So the 5th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, well, in some cases this may manifest in a new, it could be an Aries love, it could be romantic partner, it could be an Aries sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Aries characteristics. This could be something too where you might embark on a new Aries hobby or sport or thing of amusement. It could be something like rock or mountain climbing, or doing something where perhaps like a war game or military video game, something where I think Risk is a game which has to do with battles in other countries, but you may want to look and check that. But you understand what I'm saying. There's a game, that game of Warcraft or whatever it is, something that could be Aries related. Could even be like welding or carpentry as a hobby. And also too, it could be some kind of a time where you embark on an investment with a lot of assertive and aggressive energy, and it could be something Aries related. It could be something with headwear or helmets, something that could be connected with the zodiac sign Aries. Now it could be a new period where you start to be more confrontational and aggressive and assertive in matters pertaining to children, to lovers perhaps. So those are some ways that this could manifest at this time. So anyway, when in some cases it could be a new child, in some isolated cases as well, new Aries child. Of course, it would obviously be a sun and moon in Aries, because this would occur on the new moon. So anyway, next thing up, there will be a full moon in Libra on April 19th. So the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, this could be about the ending or culmination of a Libra friendship or an acquaintance. It could be a Libra sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Libra-like characteristics. It could be a time too where in some cases it could be where a Libra goal or aspiration is completed or fulfilled. It could be doing something connected with the law, such as being an attorney, or striving to be a bailiff or a judge, a paralegal, a lawyer, or a court reporter. Anything that could be Libra related could also manifest in some cases. Remember that the full moon could be about when we become tired, full, or exasperated at something, when we've had enough. It could be as something too where one may become really full and tired, exasperated, somebody that's overly superficial, indolent, indecisive, overly passive, complacent. It could be somebody that may be in some group, club, or organization. You may know someone you may know through social media. Could even be a friend or an acquaintance in some cases. Now also too, full moons in astrology of course can be about unveilings and revelations. This could be about the unveiling or revelation of somebody that may have a friend or an acquaintance that may have a criminal record, and it comes to light, or some kind of legal situation they're embroiled or involved in, some legal issue. It could also be, in some cases, this could be about the illegal settlement that has reached with somebody you may know in some organization, or could be some agency or a friend or an acquaintance that you may have known, or somebody that you may know through social media. It could also be about where a negotiation or compromise or reconciliation is reached with an 11th house person. And also too, this could be about the unveiling or revelation of a relationship disruptor in some cases. That may be somebody through social media that was impersonating as a friend, or even a friend that could claim themselves to be a friend, or someone that you knew through some group, club, or organization might be revealed at this time. And also to remember, the 11th house is about our future. So it could be a time too where you really, it could be about a self-revelation of needing some kind of balance and harmony that is tied in to your future in your future life at this time. So anyway, hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back. Anyway, next thing up is Mercury will be in Pisces as far as April goes, from the 1st until the 17th. So the 4th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, well, this may manifest in some cases as having rather ambiguous and cryptic communications, perhaps with family members, people you're close to home with. Could be the less dominant parent, which is often the mother. And as I've explained previously, that Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Pisces siblings. They could be Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Pisces-like characteristics that might figure more prominently in your home life, maybe getting you ready for the latter part of life. On a scene, making you become more cognizant of who you are at the core as well. And also your emotional security. And also, too, be very careful because Mercury can also be about thieves, and Pisces energy, of course, could be very duplicitous and deceptive. They're good at camouflage and cover and facades. And I mean, if somebody might be close to home with, just be very careful at this time. And also about home invasion, so to speak, and robbery in the home. It's very important. It's imperative to have your home really secure at this time, more so than in many other instances as far as astrology and transits go. Now, it could also be about thinking idealistically regarding where you want to be at the end or latter part of your life, and also maybe talking about Pisces qualities that you believe you have at the core, such as being compassionate, altruistic, self-sacrificing, idealistic, and maybe a little bit more emotional than you really thought you were. Remember that the 4th house is connected with burials, but I think it could also represent our tendencies and characteristics that are buried well beneath the surface, that we can still become cognizant of, though, of course. Next thing up. Well, as far as April goes, Mercury will be in Aries from the 17th until the 30th, so the 5th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, this could be about having very direct and outspoken communications with people, that with perhaps with lovers. It could be with children. It could be people you share some kind of hobby or fun, amusement, or enjoyment matter with. And also, too, this could also manifest in expressing a lot of original and pioneering thinking. And it could be through some kind of creative outlet, could be through some kind of creative writing, perhaps. And also, too, and maybe expressing this thinking of finding new ways to have some kind of fun and enjoyment in your life. Now, again, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Aries siblings. Could be Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Aries-like characteristics, might figure more prominently in your fun, amusement, your enjoyment, maybe your romantic life to some degree. It could be in some creative endeavor and matters with your children as well, if you do have them. Also, too, it could be about speaking very spontaneously, maybe not thinking about who you might hurt in the process, unlike the Pisces energy. Aries, of course, could be very much different at this time. It's very direct and very cutting, very much to the point. I would say Aries energy does not mince words. So, anyway. Well, last but not least, Venus will be in Pisces as far as April goes, from the 1st until the 20th. So the 4th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, this could manifest perhaps in a Pisces person you may feel close to home with, might factor in strongly in the latter part of your life. It could be a Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Pisces characteristics. This could also be at a time where you might value at this time having isolation, some seclusion, having that place of refuge, at this time as far as your latter part or the end part of your life. This is about to maybe becoming, understanding, loving Pisces qualities you may have at the core, such as being compassionate, altruistic, idealistic, perhaps more sensitive than you might have realized, and self-sacrificing as well. Now at this time as well, just be careful and be on guard for financial fraud and deception in matters pertaining to your home. If you're trying to do something and trying to perhaps purchase a home, make sure that the person you're buying this home from is credible and it actually does belong to him or her. And it could also just be dealing with more general financial, more duplicity and deception, maybe from family members, people you're close to home with. It could even be the less dominant parent, and also about enjoying Pisces things in the home, such as the metaphysical, which includes astrology, poetry, dancing, photography, chemistry. Could be doing something, playing some kind of fantasy games such as in Dungeons and Dragons, or video games, even things with filmography. It could just simply be relaxing, loafing, watching TV. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my take on, I guess you could, well, actually, this will conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Sagittarius April 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be giving you my Sagittarius April 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.